Alright, greetings and welcome to a new series in Noita, which is going to be essentially the same as the last series. However, I'm going to be changing things up a slight bit. This series is going to be exclusively focused on getting down far enough and beating the game for the first time. The first victory. Previous series, I mean, and probably also this series, if I'm being honest, I get easily distracted and tend to wander a little bit. But I'm going to try, with this series, to really focus exclusively on getting the first victory. I'm also, importantly, for those watching at least, I'm going to be slightly changing the way I number the episodes. So instead of just numbering up 1, 2, 3, 4 all the whole way, which in the last series ended up at 89, which is a lot of episodes. Ooh. That's nifty. I don't hate that. But yeah, I'm going to be numbering them by runs. So this run is going to be however many episodes, and then the next run will be however many episodes, and I'm going to number them like that, and to try to keep things a little bit more accessible for new viewers, you know? So instead of just a giant block of 89 episodes, it should be like, 5 episodes for this run, and then the next run will be I'll start the not timer. What's the word? I'll start the numbering over, so it'll be a little easier to jump into. You can see, this run has been 3 episodes so far, so I can easily just jump back and watch 3 episodes. That's not a big deal, but 90-something episodes almost is a bit of a big ask, if you know what I mean. So yeah, going to try to keep this series focused exclusively on getting the first victory. I'm going to try not to get horribly distracted by, random encounters that don't contribute to that, or fighting bosses or anything like that. And then, once I have had the first victory, that's when a new series will start, and I will... Whoa. Okay, hi. That was a lot more of them than I thought there were. But yeah, then after victory, a new series will start, and we'll do something else. This whole idea has been partially suggested by a commenter, and he suggested another series could be focused entirely on beating the bosses or something to that effect, and that, I think, is a good idea, because realistically, like I said, 80-something episodes is a big ask for someone starting a series. So I'm going to try and keep things more... well, yeah, accessible, I think is the word. Accessible for new viewers. For those who have been following the previous series, though, it's going to be hopefully more of the same, in the sense of me getting better and better at the game, and hopefully less of the same of not being very good at it, if that makes any sense. Started off really having no idea what I was doing, and I've part of the reason I'm doing this now is because I kind of feel like I've reached the point where I have graduated from complete and total noob to whatever the step slightly above complete and total noob is. I'm not going to say I'm good at the game by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not even going to say I'm, like, intermediate or anything like that. But I'm not a complete noob anymore. And I think now is probably a good time, having just been demolished by... What is... I know it's Stevari. What is number 2? What is his name? I don't know. Whatever he is. Got demolished by him. But other than that, I mean, I feel like I was doing really good on that last run. So... you know, I think now is a good time to do this whole new series thing so that people can more easily get into watching. I'm kind of looking around for somewhere I can use this acid potion to get into somewhere, because I don't want to just spill it and waste it, but I also want some water. Maybe... Do you know what? I think I'm actually gonna... This is quite good as a primary, I'd say. Why am I going to the left? I usually go and grab the tablet. I'm gonna go grab the tablet and start throwing it. Is there any inaccessible areas? Nope, that's not. Did he not notice me? Okay. That was weird. He seemed just completely unbothered. Sand pouch. Ooh. I said I wasn't gonna get distracted. But at the same time, I'm kind of tempted to try and do... Ow. That... The thing with the... Attempt to do the fungus thing. Oh, that's all covered in... Never mind. If you could just mind your business down there, buddy. But yeah, I tried it before. Tried to get... Really? I'm gonna have to go past him. Oh, this is not a good spot to be. Can I finish that thought now? Try to get some gold in the pouch and set off the fungal shifting. See if I can get something interesting to happen. Tempting, but at the same time, I'm trying to stay focused, and that's kind of the opposite of being focused. Hi. Got this tablet. Did all of that oil go up? I think it probably did, yes. Okay, I'm still not seeing any particularly good spot to use this acid. I was hoping for, like, you know, one of those, like, steel boxes that's inaccessible, or... Ow! Oh, oh. Oh, there's a pixel there. Ow. Really? There we go. Oh, if there was a heart in there, that'd be a great spot to use the acid. But no. Oh, hey. Oh, hey. Oh, hey! Hey, what you know? I would go and get the essence, but the bomb... Actually... Could I do the acid? Ooh. I might... You know what? I'm going to leave the sand pouch because I need an empty spot. Where can I place it that it's not gonna go away or do something funny? I'm gonna leave it down over here. Yeah, leave that there. I'm gonna use the acceleratium to get over faster. And I'm gonna use the acid to try and get in. Okay, I probably shouldn't have used it that last time. That was a bit of a waste. Oh no, it's getting foggy. You better not go completely foggy, because that's gonna be a pain in the butt. Okay, I think the idea here... Can I just get it? That's essentially what I want. And I think... Oh, come on. Well, the acid burns through this, so I could just... Ow. Ow! Okay, I think... Oh, one thing I should mention. Several people have told me that up there somewhere is... Oh wait, I went too far. No, I didn't go too far. Never mind. It's past this. Up there, above there, somewhere, is a room that I should really try to get access to, and... I know I said at the beginning of this episode that I'm going to focus exclusively on getting down and beating the game. That whatever is up there, I think, is something that I'm going to look into. Probably this run. That was weird. It looked almost like a enemy for a second. Enemy in a cave, but it's not. I might be losing my mind. I guess it doesn't really matter which I leave, to be honest. No, actually, I take it back. It does, because I'm going to use this. And if I kept the acid, I wouldn't be able to. Oh, that's interesting. That wasn't a full 10%, and it still gave me the full 12 seconds. Interesting. I wonder if there's a way to, like, transfer it into another bottle, like, transfer 1% of something into an empty bottle, and then kind of get more use out of it. Oh, I can't actually get... Hold on, let me try. This... I might be able to... yeah... The problem with digging with this is not that it doesn't dig well, it's that it bounces off before it actually blows up, and that's kinda counterproductive for digging. But let's see. Can we make it work, maybe? There's a particular range where this should work, at least a little bit. It's kinda working. Is this worth spending the time? How far have we gotten? I mean, I'm gonna keep going. Let's see. So, those are exploding right about there. Then we need to go up to about here, I think. Oh no, that's them bouncing off. A little further down. Hey, it's working. If we just didn't have so much spread, I think this would be a little more effective. And by a little, I mean a lot, actually. Ah, we're almost there. It moved. It budged. It budged! At this point, it might actually be easier if I got a bomb up there. Is that feasible? Get it onto that lip there? I don't know. Aha! How much did we actually do there? Ain't just about the whole bottom of it off. That's Well, I mean, it worked, so I'm going to leave a tablet. Here. And we're gonna go get ourselves an eyeball. And I feel like I'm forgetting something. Am I forgetting something? Maybe not. Oh. I just remembered. Yes, we are forgetting something. Or I'm forgetting something. I want to pick up the... Shoot, what's it called? The musical instrument in the tree. Because I like using that to store spells. But I also am going to have room for the experimental wand. Yeah, it should be fine. I'm just remembering the incident of accidentally dropping the wand in front of the thing in the experimental wand room and regretting my choices immediately. But if I just drop the instrument instead, of one of the actual wands, then it should be fine, right? Right? Was that a piece of the nest, or was that actually a worm egg? Guess that was just a piece of the nest. Where's all the snow? Wow. Holy cow. That's incredibly intriguing. Huh. Interesting. I need to not get distracted, but I kind of want to get distracted. I don't have the health to be distracted. I didn't know there were snipers down in there. That was a sniper. Interesting. Grab the thingy, do the thing, get the thing, shoot the dude. Don't die. There we go, that's how you do it. Okay, no, give me the thingy. Okay, I think we're gonna go ahead and just roll out. These are, these are more for entertainment purposes than for actually getting anything done. But, yeah. Let's go ahead and get out of here. And I think, you know, I think I do actually want to go and attempt to get into that room. Oh, hold on a second. I am actually going to take the alchemist's notes, because that is actually worth gold on the altar. But I think the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get into, or attempt to find, the room that I was told about. Oh, that's too high. Nope. No. No! The room I was told about up above the essence of Earth. Let me in! Which is gonna take me a minute to get over there, but it'll be okay. Oh, it just takes so long to get anywhere. I have to say, that is definitely one point that I have as criticism for this game. it takes so long to get anywhere. And, like, I don't at all mind the slow, gradual build-up that this game has. I don't mind the roguelike nature of it. What I do mind is when you are going from point A to point B to point C, back to point A, and through a lot of that, you're not doing anything. Like, this whole trip was just, I'm not doing anything but walking. And at the same time, I can't just hold the button down and get to my location. I have to actually pay attention and, get over obstacles and stuff like that. That I just find really unnecessarily annoying. And I think it would be alleviated immensely if you just had some faster way of traveling. Like when I had the acceleratium coming over here, that felt fun. Much more fun than going normally. So maybe if you had some guaranteed method of getting access to acceleratium that you could, go to a location and collect some or something, or if there was just some guaranteed way of acquiring a teleport wand or spell at the very least. I'm immediately stuck. Really? What am I stuck on? Weird. But anyway, now that I'm here, where exactly am I going? Okay, top right corner of the area with the earth essence. This is the area with the earth essence. And then up and to the left, 45 degrees. Which, 45 degrees is there-ish? Does that look like 45 degrees? That's 45 degrees-ish, right? I'm gonna be real annoyed if I miss this. Which is why I said what I said at the beginning when I suggested that I was going to do this. I didn't say go to the location, I said try to find the location, because distinct possibility that I just entirely miss it. But let's find out. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I see something. Is that a something? Oh. I beg your pardon? Really? In that case, I might try and go around. Is this what I'm looking for? I don't know. Yeah. I'm gonna be really annoyed if that right there is the edge of this, and I'm going the long way, but I'm committed at this point. I'm gonna find the edge of this over in this direction. Stop going up. Okay, when the comments said room, this is really not exactly what I had in mind, I'm gonna be honest. This is, wow. Holy cow. Why is there just a giant thing of gold here? At this point, I have to find the edges of this. Do I actually, wait, do I? I can just go into it. I don't need to find the edges. What am I doing? Entered gold. You're not kidding. Am I gonna suffocate in this? It doesn't look like it. I guess I'll be here for a minute. I was expecting, I don't know, something else. Why is this here? Why did they decide to do this? This is very strange. Like, at this point, I don't need to mine anything. I don't need to kill any enemies. I don't need to... I just... Wow. Okay. This is, yeah, I maintain this is very strange. At this point, I'm just kind of slightly curious as to how much is actually here. I'm not going to collect every single little pocket, but I'm going to try to get, like, the edges, at least. Just out of curiosity, because we're... given that, I'm going to guess that all told it's going to be something like 300,000? Maybe maybe 400,000. Okay, I was off by about 50,000 on my first guess. Not super far off, I suppose. But still, I was definitely off. Okay, so, yes, that was definitely 100% not the sort of thing that I was expecting to encounter. And I'm gonna be honest. I'm not sure I'm a huge fan of that. It also strikes me as very strange. Why would they just put a giant block of gold up here? Like, I understand it's something that you can't just find on your own. But at the same time, like, this strikes me as the sort of thing that a mod would add for just giving the player infinite wealth type of thing. Right? This doesn't strike me as like a developer added thing for some reason. No, not for some reason. Because this strikes me as actually genuinely cheaty. Last episode, the episode before? I don't know, whenever it was, when I got the spell that lets me cast through... What was it called? Wait a minute. I'll actually pull it up. Hold on. Where is the thing? I'm looking right at it. Where is it? Where is it? There. This. When I got this, and I was like, whoa, this feels cheaty. I wasn't being, like, genuine about that. I was just a combination of not having to aim spell, and also being able to shoot through walls or cast through walls, you know, being able to engage things that didn't even know I was there. I wasn't saying, oh, this is like broken kind of cheaty. It was just more like, oh, this feels like I'm now on a different playing field sort of thing. But at the same time, like, mana drain 100 plus the increased cast delay and the spread, like, I wasn't saying, oh, this is cheaty in a way that isn't fun and I don't like it. This is just, oh wow, this feels like it's cheating, but it is actually kind of balanced with the game. That I don't know, man. That doesn't feel... That doesn't feel like the sort of thing I'm necessarily going to be coming back to, I'm going to be honest, because it's just kind of... It completely negates any going and acquiring gold, which I think is a... At least so far... Whoa, okay, there's a hole there. Hi. At least so far has been an important part of, like, the logistics of working your way down. Like, you can easily... Well, okay, maybe not easily necessarily, but you can feasibly just beeline it straight down to the next portal. Straight down to the next portal. Straight down to the next portal. But in doing so, you kind of miss out on being able to purchase the spells and wands that you come across as you go down. So there's a balance of, okay, I need to kill things, I need to engage with the game, and actually, like, expend effort in order to be able to become stronger further down, right? That just kinda 100% negates that. And I'm not sure I like that, to be honest. Like, I would understand if it was something along the lines of, like, for example, the altars. Altar. Where you bring the tablets to it. My mouse is disconnected. Hello? Okay, yeah. So, you take the tablets, you collect them, you find them, you learn where they are. In each subsequent run, you can maybe learn where more are in order to gather them up, and then you need the knowledge or skills necessary to actually get up to the altar. And then if you use a sufficient number of them to collect gold, eventually it spawns whatever these things are. I'm not going to try that pronunciation. I need to... I keep saying that I'm going to try to learn to get better at the Finnish pronunciation, and I keep forgetting. I really need to do that. But anyway, it spawns those things on your face, and then you have to fight for the gold. That was completely free. That was just free gold, essentially. And I'm not sure I'm a fan, actually. Like, again, that strikes me as the sort of thing that a mod would add for infinite wealth, for you to be able to, you know, find a unused location in the walls of the game. I'm sure there are plenty of just vast expanses of extremely dense rock here and there that you can feasibly just spawn something as a mod, you know? Spawn what you like, and it's not going to impact the game, but you know, you can then dig to it. That's what that feels like to me, and I'm not sure... I'm gonna have to give it more thought, and obviously this run I'm going to make use of it, because I mean, I don't... First of all, I have no idea how much I started with, so I don't know Like, this is not a case of I can just be like, well, I'm going to ignore the amount that I picked up and just play normally. Like, I have no idea. And I don't know if I've said this, but numbers generally are something that do not stick in my mind. I cannot remember them. So, even if I just say, okay, this number is 0, and as I collect more money as I go down, I will just consider that as what I can spend. I've just looking at that and looking away, I've already forgotten what the number was. So that's not feasible. But also, I'm curious, like, how much does going up and collecting that mess with the balance of the game? I don't feel... Oh, this is my stop. I don't feel like I quite know the game well enough to understand how much that is screwing up the balance, if at all. But the fact that it's just kind of there, the gold, it's very odd to me, and I'm not sure I am a fan. Again, I say, I'm not sure. Yeah, because, like, I mean, at this point, I can just, maybe. Let me out. I can just ignore this level, I can ignore the last level, I can just ignore taking any kind of damage. Heck, I can just... I might actually want that. But I can just ignore all of these, go straight down, go as far down as I feel like I can, get all of the perks, and keep going until I get to a level where it's like, oh, these are really good wands, and I'm not confident in being able to just quickly head down. Immunity to explosive damage. I think I've had this before. I don't remember how much I was a fan of it, to be honest. But, like, I can at this point just say, hey, I want the spells off of that. Oops. Why do I do that? That's something I do frequently. I go to pick up a wand and then go to modify it or do something and then for some reason hit escape. I don't know. I don't know why I do that. But yeah, I'm gonna just more or less ignore these. Ignore the wands entirely, and pick up some spells that I'm interested in. I might get this, but this wand is not great. With what I have here, can I do anything interesting? I don't think so. No, I need more modifiers. That's Firebolt. I'm not a huge fan of Firebolt, to be honest. It's kind of, the arc is too much for it to be... Like, it's the sort of thing that is kind of... What am I trying to say here? It is somewhere between what I would like for a grenade, which is you toss it, you know, it has a nice arc and you can toss it into a room and it'll explode, and general purpose, you know, like engaging the enemy sort of weaponry, right? It's somewhere between those 2 points and kind of doesn't do either well. The arc is too much for it to have enough range to engage enemies properly. It's limited use, but at the same time the actual explosion, like, it's not like a bomb where it has a nice explosion and you can use it like that. It's also not... The explosion is also not large enough for you to easily use it for terrain clearing, so it's just like, meh. Hi. Curious. I did. Was it just me, or did it seem like the one of those exploded but didn't damage the other one? Am I crazy? Wait, can we get rid of the stupid toxic sludge? Ow. Oh, right. No ow, because I'm immune. I'm going to collect the gold, but there's no point in collecting the gold, so there's not even any point in engaging with the enemies. Other than to prevent them from killing me. Toxic mist, is this limited use? No. Ooh. Liquid... I'm sorry? Oh. So it doesn't directly detonate them, it just... Oh, that's interesting. Add mana! Oh, add mana, finally. I almost never get that. Oh, those sound like something I'm not interested in the slightest. Actually. The recharge time on this one is, again, I have to assume that it's in some way intentional that the recharge time is difficult to deal with on the experimental ones. Hi. Like, it's just enough that you can easily get yourself killed. What is... Teleportate? No, I don't want to touch the teleportatium, thanks. What happens? Oh, wait, that spawned inside of... Oh. That's actually... Okay, so that doesn't do anything directly to it. Okay then, well, anyway. Why is that gold still there? Gunpowder potion. Oh, it's not gold. Do I want a gunpowder potion? I don't think I want a gunpowder potion. I can't think of any particular use for one at the moment. I'm not really sure what I'm doing exploring. I guess, you know what? I guess with all of this gold, the thing to do is to go down as far as you can. That sounds dangerous. Go down as far as you can until you get some decent wands, and then come back up. I'm not hugely thrilled with any of these, to be perfectly honest. But, like, sure. Yeah, that was a concern that I had with that one, is it's going to make it difficult for me to tell where I have been before. Is that going to be like the... Ooh, where was it? Is it going to be like that? I wonder. I'm gonna leave those. You know what? I'm gonna leave these as well, actually. I'm changing my mind because I was thinking about trying to get them and use them for doing some funky stuff with high speed, but they do self-damage, and I don't know that I want to do that. The goal is to get down as far as I can and get a victory, and tearing myself up with discs is probably not the way to do that. I'm willing to do stuff with, like, explosions because I'm now immune, but, like, I ain't immune to that. Yeah, I did... That one I might go with. Homebringer teleport. Ooh, chunk of soil. Wait, that's... Whoa. Okay, that's not what I was expecting. But that's cool. I will hold on to that, because that's going to be useful. I think that's probably something that you want on the end of a trigger of some kind. I don't think I want any of the rest of these. Except that. Other than that. Because all of these are I think, high potential for killing myself. This one... eh. I was told that you can deliver fish to the altar, and this is one of the easiest ways to do that. I might actually do that, you know? That is getting distracted from my purpose, though. So, I don't know. Do I have any reason to come back here? I think I'm just gonna immediately leave and head down. By chance, if I were to just, like, do something like this, just out of interest, is that... No. No. I need something to be able to speed it up to... Well, do I have enough? Hang on, let me see if I can do something. I might have... I don't need all of these necessarily. Let's just start with one and see if I can get something funky going on with it. Okay, yes. I can definitely get it going quite a bit faster. However, unfortunately, that also... I can only do it with the triples, with the scatter. So I'm thinking maybe I just don't. Okay, the answer currently is no, not quite. I'm really struggling to get rid of the spread. It ends up being significantly worse than this. No matter what I try, it seems like. So let's just go get some more modifiers. I think I'm gonna... I don't know why I was holding on to that in the first place. This, at the very least, is entertaining. So, you know. But yeah, let's go ahead, go down, next stop. See if we can find... Is that dude not coming back up? Okay, well, whatever. Anyway. Rocks! Lots of rocks. Ooh. That might be something worth looking into. Okay, there's a wand over here. Well, not anymore. Oh, good grief! That would have just killed me if that was... What the heck? I don't think that was a nuke. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna have to take a look at that. It was the wand that was inside that. That would absolutely have killed me if I wasn't immune to explosions. Oh no. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. That's not good. Okay. It's too many. Too many.